worry more about your performance. You won't even know we're there. Just let me do what I do and you do what you do. So there was a great freedom with it, but I loved it. I mean, it was like this combination of theater and film, which I've never experienced. So I think it was once in a lifetime opportunity for me.
Hello,
How
James,
are you?
Albert. I'm doing fine, and you?
I'm doing good. The sun just came through the windows. I have beautiful light on me for the next 8 minutes, hopefully.
That's amazing. I love that. I talked to the son, and then I told him, "Can you show up
Good,
now?"
good, good. I'm glad to know.
Wow, amazing movie. Was a big surprise for me because I wasn't expecting watching what I watched. This doc style feature, amazing performances, and oh my God, so good. So I'm gonna start with you, James. What was about this script, that got your attention, and what was about Willie Pep
Yeah.
that made you look like him on the movie? It's amazing.
Well, thank you, thank you. Well, that obviously was the first thing that captivates you. It's like playing a historic figure and someone that holds so much weight, hence he's a featherweight, but just who he is and his accolades. So when I looked into it and who he was and his background of how many fights he won, his longevity inside the ring, his faults outside the ring, all the wives, the mishaps with his finances, not having a relationship with his son, his father being ill, just all this just really brewed into just this really great character. And I think actors are always looking for something to chew on. So knowing all that, I started working with Steve Loff, who wrote the script and also produced it. And then we brought on Steve James, who was a documentary genius who did Hoop Dreams. And he put us in touch with Robert Greene via Robert Kolodny, who was on this call, a wonderful director. And then that's just where we really focused in and honed on this documentary sort of type story.
Yeah, so beautiful, so beautiful. I know that Robert, you're a cinematographer as well. That's why the image is so amazing. It's everything, like the set design, the costume design, everything's so beautiful. And what was like for you too? Because I know that this is also very personal to you to make this movie, kind of, because you did a documentary on boxing before. How was it for you to bring to life this movie, and also the biggest challenge for you?
It was the thrill of a lifetime to be able to make this film. I had always wanted to make pretty much exactly this sort of film. I'm obsessed with 1960s and 70s American cinema. And I had kind of accidentally fallen into the world of documentary cinematography for the past decade. So when I read the script that Steve Loff wrote, I really connected with the project. I had been working on a boxing documentary in Bulgaria for several years and kind of understood the life and nuance of the fighter, the textures of the gym, the personas of trainers and managers. It just felt like a perfect fit. And generally, my approach to filmmaking is very detail-oriented. And so finding department heads, director of photography was my brother, our amazing production designer, Sonia Fotarsh, our costume designer, Naomi Wolflacher, and our editor, Robert Greene, bringing these craftspeople together who would care about and carry the detail and nuance of the film into something that could feel like actionable and lived in, was the challenge, craft, and privilege of making this movie. And by the time we got on set and I got to work with these incredible actors who delivered these beautiful performances, it was just a dream come true.
Yeah, yeah. And for you, James, because I bet you the set was a little different from the other movie sets that you worked before. Was a challenge for you, like to be on a set like that? Because it's kind of a doc style with all the set designers, everything so well done. You know what I mean? I don't know
Right.
if it was a challenge for you.
Well, I mean, we talk about this a lot, and me and Robert and the creatives spoke about this a lot. Is like, after 30-something years of being on a film, how am I working with a lens? How am I breaking a fourth wall? Where can I move? How can I move? Is this light going to hit me? Where's my mark? can I move over here? Can I bump into the camera? Can I tell you to leave the room because I don't want you to see what's going on right now because you're so intrusive in my life. This was all spoken about prior to each scene, whether or not Robert wanted to sort of give us free range or just contain us. So it was his mastery that sort of allowed us either to have freedom or not have freedom. But I didn't find it too difficult because I felt like I was protected, and I say that a lot. And Robert had all the right answers for me to make me feel like everything's going to be okay. You can do that, because I would tell him, my father's passing away in this scene. Why? There's no way. How did you even get up here? How do you, or I'm fighting with my wife. How am I going to let you see this? So many things. And he would just say, worry more about your performance. You won't even know we're there. Just let me do what I do and you do what you do. So there was a great freedom with it, but I loved it. I mean, it was like this combination of theater and film, which I've never experienced. So I think it was once in a lifetime opportunity for me.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Thank you.
And during like the research process, that's for both of you. Is there anything that most surprised you about Willie or about his family that most surprised you? You can start with you, Robert.
Yeah, I don't know if anything necessarily surprised me, but I was surprised by the amount of knowledge and resources that we had. Willie really in his time was a big star, and so there was a lot of newspaper articles, there were a lot of pieces of newsreel that we could watch, interviews with him, and then filming in Hartford, Connecticut, where he really lived, we had a lot of access to his family, people that knew him, newspapers that worked with him closely. And so we were able to really fact check things, go deep, figure things out. Willie's son, Billy, who's played by Keir Gilchrist in the movie, visited us on set. He got to talk to Keir about who he was. He got to visit James as he was training with the Iceman, John Scully, at the COVID gym. And so, yeah, it was just really heartening and exciting to see how many people remembered Willie and who were in their own way helping us make the film.
Yeah, and to piggyback off that, what I learned a little more, or what was sort of, I wouldn't say shocking to me, but the two Willies, there's two Willies. There's a persona that Willie's playing to the camera and to the locals and how they look at him and who he is on the outside versus who this man is on the inside and what his struggles are and what his faults are. Winning inside the ring and losing outside the ring. I say that a lot. So I think that was glaring to me because I know this, I understand this because I'm an actor. So when you're on top of your game, when things are going your way, and then when you don't, it's not going your way, but you still try and save face. You still try and, say, I'm good at what I do. I'm going to succeed. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get back to that. And it was interesting for me to see the people knew the side of who he was as a champion, his persona, how he walked into a room, the storytelling that he told. But I got to really know, just being in Hartford, what was I felt I knew what was tugging at this man because there's a lot of similarities in what an actor does and the roller coaster ride for an actor as well as a champion.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's so beautiful, so well done, and I hope everybody goes and watch it because it's worth going to the theater, watching on VOD, and it's so beautiful, and I'm very excited for you, James, because you're going to be in Penguin, and
yes, I actually have the premiere in about 2 hours. I got to put on my little penguin suit and go see the Penguin.
Yeah, what you can expect of the series?
Look, first off, just to be involved in any DC sort of world is a dream. It's iconic for me. So, because I'm a huge fan of it all, I just think people are going to be incredibly impressed by the performances of the actors. And I've been on a lot of movie sets. I've seen a lot of acting. This is some of the best acting that I've seen. So I'm looking forward to these performances.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I already saw 3 episodes, so
you
it's
did.
Amazing. I did. It's amazing.
Don't tell me much because they didn't even tell us much.
I know. You need to watch it. It's amazing. Yeah, we had a press conference last week with Colin Farrell and some of the
Oh,
showrunners.
isn't he wonderful? Isn't Colin wonderful?
Yes, he is. He's wonderful. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And Chris, she's awesome in this too. She's amazing in this.
Yes, and she's a completely different person. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And for us to wrap it up, if what we can expect, if you want to tell people to what we can expect of the Featherweight, what we can tell my viewers to what we can expect of this movie. Robert?
Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, the Featherweight is a new approach to the boxing movie. It's an exciting film with exciting performances, and it's told in a really unique way. It's a deeply independent film, and if you want to head out to the theaters and support independent filmmaking, it's opening on the 20th, and it'll be playing through the beginning of October. Check your local listings.
Yeah, and for you, James?
Likewise. Look, I'm a big fan of independent films. This is as independent as it comes. And this is the point where I think it'll be great for Hollywood to, which they are right now, recognizing our film and recognizing everybody's hard work. And this is what it's all about, right? I mean, it takes a village to make a movie. It takes a village to make an independent film. We have just kept on going, and we're here. From day one of shooting all the way to Venice to now getting a theatrical release, to speaking with you. I mean, this is just amazing. So I just encourage people out there to go out, grab a bucket of popcorn, enjoy the movie, enjoy cinema, true cinema in its best form, because this is a great movie.
It is. I agree with that. So I just want to thank you so much for your time, and Robert, James, a lot of success always. Robert, I cannot wait for your next project. Don't take too long.
Yeah, me too.
I know sometimes independent movie it can take a little while, but don't wait.
I'm
we are here
ready
for
and
you.
rearing to go.
And Jamie is very excited for Penguin and for your next projects. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.